baseline asked for Skubal, according to Heyman's report, $400 million. Yeah. Trade him to the Mets. Here we go, Dave. It's possible now Skubal will be on the market.
Yeah, I think. First of all, you have to trade for him because he's not a free agent until next year. So Mets fans have to settle down a little bit. They can't just throw money at him and get it done. So that's not to say they can't trade for him. They should be able to come up with the players to do that if they want it. He's clearly going to be on the market now. I think this kind of monetary gap. Initially, I thought maybe the Tigers would hold on to him to try to run it back. They were getting closer and closer to getting deeper in October here. But if the money is this far apart, at this point, you're just going to throw up your hands and say, listen, we're going to move him and get whatever we can for him at this point.
I agree. This surfacing in a media report tells you that, oh, I guess this guy's going to be on the trade block. And I will tell you definitively, if teams are talking to the Tigers about trading for Tarik Skubal, the Mets will be one of those teams, and the Mets will be aggressive. I would bet, I haven't had time to make calls on this. This story just came out, but just based on my general coverage of this team and the fact that they know they need an ace, it wouldn't surprise me if they would trade anyone but Nolan McLean. I don't think they would trade a Nolan McLean for a Tarik Skubal with all the career that he could have ahead of them. But anybody else, to get Tarik Skubal for 1 year and then have the chance to sign him, the Mets would be in on that, I think. So this Heyman story is a significant development for maybe Skubal being on the radar of the Mets.
And it makes so much sense for the Mets because they're like the perfect incumbent here. If you land Skubal now, you're in a win-now window every year with Juan Soto. You go for it with Tarik Skubal, and you're the perfect incumbent because money's no object. If he comes here, he's re-signing here. Steve Cohen's not letting him walk after that 1 year. So the Mets are in a perfect situation. If they want to go get the guy, you could have him for the next 11 years, and he could retire as a Met.
This is an exciting day.
Where the Mets had in Cooperstown. Let's go.
The only downside for Skubal is he's not a free agent right now. Because the Mets are so desperate, having not made the playoffs and desperately needing pitcher. If he was a free agent right now, you could say, we don't know what's going to happen next year. The Mets could win the World Series next year, as far as we know, right?
And they wouldn't feel as urgent.
Think about the options for free agent. We're talking about, they're going to spend on Ranger Suarez or Framber Valdez. No, those guys are good starting pitchers. You're going to overpay for them. They need a legit ace. Tarik Skubal is arguably the best pitcher in the game this side of Paul Skeens. You go get him. I don't care if it's just 1 year of control.
It's not that complicated.
And
you get them. They have the pieces.
Bingo. Now, you think anybody but McLean? What if McLean was Tigers needed McLean?
I don't think the Mets would do that. I think McLean's that good and that promising.
You think they have enough to get him without giving up McLean?
Yeah, they have plenty of young pitching prospects there. And some positioning guys, too.
Jet Williams, Ben, see ya!
The competition is going to be steep, obviously, to try to do it. It's not just going to be him in the them in the vacuum, right?
But the Mets, I think, will be among the most motivated teams because they know they need an ace. For example, the Yankees...
And they know they could pay him.
Yes, they know they can. The Yankees, of course, could use Tarik Skubal, but the Yankees are in a pretty good spot with their pitching. I know we talked about their injuries early in the show, but Garrett Cole's coming back. Right. The Yankees have a lot of great pitching coming up in the pipeline.
They have 3 big contracts in Freed, Rodon, and Cole.
So if it's a bidding war, the Mets would be more motivated for something like this off the season that they just came off. And it makes perfect sense, and I do think you could get it done, as I said, without trading McLean.
Yeah, Mets way more motivated than the Yankees would be for something like this right now. Sal, I'm just picturing you. You're booking the flights right now to Detroit for this slew of Mets prospects.
To Cooperstown for the induction.
Right, for Skubal's Mets Cooperstown.
You know what I learned today? Tarik Skubal's going to be a Met! Yes!